introduce yourself and tell us how you guys got started.
Okay, I'm Mariel, and I play guitar and sing in Candy Hearts. We got started when I was in college. I started writing, well, I've been writing songs since I was in high school, but I started playing with like a country band, and then me and one of the other members were like, well, we don't want to play country anymore, like let's do something else, and so we started this project in 2010. So we've been in band for 4 years. And the other guys, like the guys in it now, I just met through like friends and playing shows and stuff like that.
That's really cool. How did you come up with the name Candy Hearts?
Well, there's nothing like really exciting about it. I couldn't think of a band name, and I was like, I need to like put our stuff on MySpace. I just need to think of a name. And so I was like just listed a bunch of things I thought were cool. And my dad always bought me like Candy Hearts for Valentine's Day, and I think I was like eating Candy Hearts that he had bought me because it was like around like winter time, and so I was just like, out of all the names, that random ones, that's the one that we were like, that sounds cool.
Candy Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What inspires you? Because your music is really like fun and to listen to. I don't know what. How do you make it so fun?
I have no idea, because the stuff I write about is usually really horrible for me. Like it's like usually like really unfortunate things that happen in my relationships. I mean, not really that unfortunate. Probably like if I was the kind of person who like said things instead of wrote them in a song, like I would avoid all those problems. But the melodies I write mostly before I write the words, or if I have an idea for lyrics, I'll just hold on to the idea until I can think of like a melody that suits the like idea as a whole, not like necessarily specific lyrics. It always felt natural to kind of write happier sounding songs, even if the lyrics were sad.
What do you think's been your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm just really inspired by like what my friends make, like the music my friends make, and like how creative and driven some of them are. And it definitely keeps me wanting to do better and better, you know. And also like people, like haters fuel me. People who hate on me, not people I don't know, because I don't really care about people I don't know, but people I know who hate on me make me want to like do the best I can do.
Yeah. Be like, yeah, I'm way better.
Yeah, like, oh, look at me. I'm in California and you're hanging out at Walmart or something.
How's the reunion tour so far?
It's been really fun. The dates have been just great. Like, I couldn't really ask for anything else. We definitely had some long drives that were like pretty tough, but it was still really fun. And the crowds have been really receptive to our music, which I appreciate, because you know, you can never tell if you're going into a tour with, you know, playing places you've never played before, if kids are gonna be into it or not.
About you or
yeah, because they don't know you. So people have been just super nice, and I'm thrilled about that.
So that's really cool, because then it must be really hard to just go on stage and not be sure how they're gonna react to you or something.
Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Like today, when I came out, I couldn't see anybody because of the lights, so it looked like just empty space, and I was like, I can't tell at all if people like hate us or don't hate us, which is like weird, because normally I like react to how people are acting, but I couldn't tell, so I just kind of went with it.
Well, what's the craziest thing that has happened on tour?
I feel like nothing has been like super crazy. The craziest thing that happened, I think, was we were supposed to drive from San Francisco to LA, which is a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep, and I woke up at 5 in the morning. We left at midnight, and I was like, sweet, we have like an hour till we get there. My best friend lives there, so I was like, couldn't wait to get her out. So I texted her, I'm like, I'll be there in an hour. She woke up at 6 in the the morning to wait for me. And I fell back asleep. And I woke up at 10:30 to someone cursing. And I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, where are we? And I was like, I don't know, probably close to LA. Like, what time is it? And he's like, it's 10:30. And we were still 3 hours away from LA. It took us 12 hours to get there. And I have no idea how. No one has any idea. Even the people driving are like, I don't know.
Like traffic or something? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't seem possible to me. Yet somehow...
Riding around in circles.
Somehow it happened. It happened twice.
What? Really?
We did it again the drive before. We were like, we're going to go see the Redwoods. And all of a sudden, 7 hours was 15. And I was like, where are we?
Oh my gosh.
Same people driving, same people asleep.
I think they're taking like super long
I
stops.
don't know what they're doing.
While you guys are sleeping, they're just like, oh, let's take a break. So you're going to the UK with Newfound Glory?
Yes.
How's that?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have to be honest, like I've wanted to go to the UK for so long. And I was never quite sure how to go about like I have so many friends who've done it, but I've never figured out the logistics of like how to travel, how to get merch, how to do all this stuff. And I just feel so lucky that I get to go with people who I know, who have done it before, who can help me figure it out. And obviously, it's one of my favorite bands that I get to go with, so that's pretty cool too.
That's weird. So, how does it feel to be a girl in the like music scene and stuff? Like, there's a lot of girls, but how is it like touring with a bunch of guys and just...
It's kind of funny. The guys always joke and say like I'm definitely like a real girly girl. Like, you know, like I match my like monitors to like my guitar and like my microphone is all sparkles and everything. And they joke though that in the van I am the biggest man out of all of them, because they're all like, you know, fixing their hair in the mirror and like doing like all the gel and stuff, and then they're like, Mariel, you kind of need to shower and fix that. And I'm like, what? I look fine. And
you're like, I'm naturally pretty. What are you talking about?
They're all naturally handsome. And I don't know. It's just funny because I forget that I'm like a girl sometimes, and I like make a little joke, and I'm like, maybe that was not like okay for me to say, but it's okay for them to say because they're all talking about like, I don't know, babes. And I like
babes.
Join in, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That feels weird.
What can you tell us about your new album?
Our new album is coming out on June 10th, and it's called All the Ways You Let Me Down. It's our second full length, and our first full length that we've recorded like on not a DIY label. Our first full length was on a real DIY label, and we recorded it and mixed it and mastered it all ourselves. So the new one is like produced by Chad Gilbert for Newfound Glory, and our friend Paul Miner did the engineering. I don't know what to say about it, except that I just really am thrilled with how it came out, and I'm so excited to be able to release it.
Yeah, like, how does it feel? Like, was it like your dream since you were little or something? Did you ever think this is like how?
I honestly, it's so weird to me because I never thought this is how my life would turn out, you know? Like, I remember being in middle school and listening to, I had one CD that I bought, and it was a Newfound Glory CD, and I waited for hours for their song to come on the radio so I could record it and find out what song it was, because it was before, like, it was when, like, Napster just became a thing. So I didn't have that. So I would listen to the radio, and I recorded their song, and I, you know, figured out finally who it was, and I bought their CD, and I remember sitting on the sidelines of the soccer field. My brother and sister both play soccer, and I never did sports. I'm kind of like afraid of the ball like getting hit. And I'm not that coordinated, but I remember listening to it and being like, man, like I wish like someone would write a song that's cool about me one day. And then when I got older, I was like, nah, I'll just write the songs. Like, I don't know. I just remember that moment, so I think it's kind of weird. Like
now that you get to tour with them, and they're like,
now that like I could like, yeah, they're my friends. Like I don't see them as like,
no fun, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
You're like, oh, just
yeah.
What's your favorite song to perform live?
I really like to perform our new song, Always You Let Me Down, the title track on the new record. I just think it's really fun. It's like sassy, kind of a little bit like mean instead of sad. And I feel like I have a tendency to write like either really happy songs or like really sad, self-loathing ones, and this one's kind of like a screw you kind of song. So it's fun to play.
What's the best show you've ever seen live?
Ooh, that's really tough. Alright, I have to go. There are like 3 shows that I'm torn between. One, the Lemonheads, It's a Shame About Ray reunion tour. They were actually totally terrible live. I think the singer was like totally messed up. But that's like exactly what I thought it would be like, and I was like so thrilled. I was like beyond thrilled to hear like one of my favorite records all the way through. I was just so psyched. And then another one would be the Left and Leaving night of the Weakerthans tour. They did a night in New York where they did like 4 nights in New York where they played each one of their albums, and it was just my favorite album. And I think the guy who sings is just like so adorable when he sings, and that I love them so much. And the actual like best performance that I've seen, I feel like had to be the Paramore at Madison Square Garden a few months ago. It was just so amazing. Like everyone was so good, and obviously I love those songs, and it was just really fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Would you ever like to do Warped Tour?
I would love to do Warped Tour. I wish we were on it this year, but it didn't work out.
I can't wait to see you guys again. I mean, like actually see you guys. Like actually see you guys play, not just.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Have you ever messed up the words? I know you told me, but yeah.
Today I messed up the words. There have been times where earlier in our career where I would like completely forget the words because I would get so nervous. Now I don't really get nervous, but today for some reason, since I couldn't see the people in the crowd, I was just like zoned out when we were playing because I'm so tired, and I forgot where we were in the song. But I just kind of moved away from the mic and was like, I don't think anyone noticed. I just kind of mumbled it like away from the mic, so it was like similar syllables to what I thought it was supposed to be.
What place would you like to perform that you haven't?
I'm in the UK, and I'd love to come to Mexico and play. I think that'd be so cool.
Yes, Mexico.
I feel like Mexico is like overlooked a little bit.
No one ever plays there. Like only a few months ago, I think Pierce the Veil went, but Mess and Men. Like
I think maybe it's like hard with the border.
Yeah.
Because the Canada border is like a pain, but I imagine it not being as difficult as I feel like America for some reason cares so much about that border.
Yeah. Question: do you want to be my friend?
I'm already your friend.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for giving us your time and stuff.
Thank you.
Everything.
I have nothing to say but buy our new album on June 10th and download the single on April 1st. That's all.